is a sports catastrophe special presentation. Anyway, hey there, how there, ho there. It's Jeff Cutter. We welcome you to another sports catastrophe birthday boy. And the birthday boy for today, February the 1st, is a hockey player who is now 54 years old. He is a assistant coach for the New Jersey Devils nowadays. This guy played 22 years in the NHL, winning 3 Stanley Cups. One in the 90s, one in the 2000s, and one in the 2010s. And became the oldest player ever to score in a Stanley Cup Finals at age 43 in Game 2 of the 2011 Finals. He is Mark Recchi, and he's also a Hall of Famer. Anyway, Mark Recchi played for Kamloops in the Western Hockey League. And his number 8 was actually retired by the team shortly after he left. He was drafted by the Pittsburgh Penguins 67th overall in 1988. Imagine, 1988. He wasn't even a second rounder. I think he was a 4th rounder. Yeah, he was a 4th rounder. Amazing. All the right wingers drafted before him. Like Quebec took Darren Kimball. Detroit took Peter Herbeck. Edmonton took Trevor Sim. Chicago took Trevor Dam. The Kings took John Van Kessel. Vancouver took Dane Jackson. Edmonton took Petro Koivunen. There were a few Washington took Reggie Savage. Detroit took Corey Kosher. Quebec took Daniel Doré. Like, lots of right wingers. Those are just right wingers that were drafted before Recchi that sucked. The following season, he played for Pittsburgh and helped Pittsburgh win the Stanley Cup in 1991, taking down the North Stars in 6 games. And then the following season, Recchi was traded to Philly in a deal that got Rick Tocchet to Pittsburgh. So Recchi was a great player. I liked Mark Recchi, but he got traded to Philly and helped Philly out decently. He played on the Crazy Eights line because he was number 8. Eric Lindros was number 88, and Brett Fedek was number 18. He put up a great season in 93, 123 points, scoring 53 goals. And that's still the Flyers' single-season point scoring record to this day, and it's been like 3 decades. And then Recchi would be traded to Montreal in 95 in a deal that brought Eric Desjardins, Gilbert Dillon, and John LeClair to Philly, especially Sean LeClair. I mean, Desjardins was good too. Gilbert Dillon, black. But John LeClair, man, the Flyers struck gold with that deal, sending Recchi to Montreal. Recchi was reacquired by the Flyers in the 99 season. Recchi actually was a finalist for the Lester Pearson Award, which was given to the NHL Players Association MVP, or basically the MVP voted by your peers. He finished 3rd in scoring behind Yager and Pavel Bure. Recchi would finish 3rd in voting for the NHL All-Star team right wing behind Yager and Bure. Recchi would help the Flyers out, making 2 conference finals, but they would bow out in each series in 7 games. So, 2000, the Flyers had a 3-1 series lead and choked it. Whereas, in 2004, the Flyers forced a Game 7 but lost. Recchi would then join Pittsburgh as a free agent in 2004. Unfortunately, the first year of his 2-year deal was nullified by the NHL lockout. In his 2nd year with the Penguins being terrible and all that, Marc-Andre Fleury said the Kid and Malkin were not really established yet. He waived his no-trade clause to be sent to the Carolina Hurricanes at the trade deadline for a pair of nobodies. And Recchi, it worked. Recchi helped the Carolina Hurricanes win the Stanley Cup in 2006, Game 7 against the Oilers. Then he went back to Pittsburgh in 2006. He would score his 7th career hat trick, and then a week later, on January 26, 2007, almost 15 years ago, Recchi put up his 500th goal against the Dallas Stars. He would continue to play for Pittsburgh. But then in December, he was placed in waiver, sent to the AHL, and Atlanta claimed him. Well, Atlanta had nothing to lose because, they sucked. He played the 07-08 season for the Thrashers, and then he went to Tampa on a free agency deal. He did okay, but was traded at the trade deadline to Boston for Matt Lashoff, former Kitchener Ranger. Recchi would do okay and all that for the Bruins. He said 2010 would be his final year and all that. And in the 2010 playoffs, he became the third oldest player to score a playoff goal behind Chris Trailers and Gordie Howe. But Recchi decided to re-sign with the Bruins, which was weird. But anyhow, in Game 2 of the 2011 finals in Vancouver, he scored, I believe, one of Boston's 2 goals in that game. And he made sure he was the oldest player to ever score a goal in the Stanley Cup final at age 43, beating the mark of, I believe, Igor Larionov. But in Game 3, he scored 2 goals, helping the Bruins beat the Canucks to cut the deficit down to 2-1. But on June 15th, after Boston won Game 7 of the final in Vancouver, he got his 3rd Stanley Cup. Weird how he won 1 Stanley Cup in each decade, the 90s, 2000s, and 2010s. He would join Jack Marshall, Frank Foist, and Jack Walker, all pre-NHLers, when they basically went through teams like tissues. Mike Keane, Claude Lemieux, Hap Holmes, Al Arbour, Gord Pettinger, Larry Hillman, and Joey Newdike to win 3 Stanley Cups with 3 different teams. Recchi retired after the Stanley Cup title, obviously, and he became the last player active in the 1980s to play in the 1980s in the NHL to leave. He ended up 4th in games played and 12th all-time in points at that time. Recchi is actually co-owner of the Kamloops Blazers alongside the Dallas owner Tom Gagliardi, alongside fellow NHL alumni from the Kamloops team, Jerome McGinley, Shane Doan, and Daryl Sador. Recchi was named player development coach of the Penguins in 2014 and was part of their Stanley Cup champion teams of 2016-2017. He was actually promoted to director of player development in June of 2017 after the 2nd Cup. He was named the assistant coach of the Penguins in 2017 until 2020, and then he resigned. Then he signed with the Devils as assistant coach. So Mark has 3 brothers, Marty, Mike, and Matt, who weren't really that good. Recchi has a wife and 2 children with her, and 4 from her previous marriage. So he won 3 Stanley Cups as a player, 91, 06, and 11, as I said, and 2 as a development coach for the Penguins, 16 and 17. 7-time NHL All-Star. He still has the Flyers' regular season scoring record, oldest player to score a Stanley Cup Finals goal, and oldest player at age 41 to have 5 assists in a game. So yeah, he did pretty well for himself. In his career, he scored 1,533 points in 1,652 regular season games, including 577 goals, and in the playoffs, 148 points in 189 games. So he did okay. And, he was a beast and all that. Remember giving Bill my Mark Recchi card and all that. But yeah, Bill should be happy, I guess. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.